Hello, this is Kate from dailytarotgirl.com, and this is your weekly oracle card reading. And I normally use tarot cards, but I really felt the urge to reach for a gentle oracle card deck for this week's reading. I felt like something easy because my brain is kind of tired and foggy, so I wanted some easy to read cards for this reading. Okay. Okay, so we've got 3 cards here. Each card is going to symbolize an aspect of the upcoming week. So the first card is going to represent Monday and Tuesday of the upcoming week, and here we have Abundantia. And she's all about prosperity. Her message is, the universe is pouring its abundance out to you. Be open to receiving. So really this card is all about focusing on feeling abundant and getting a sense of gratitude at the beginning of the week. And this could really mean nothing more than just noticing the good things that you have in your life and the things that you really appreciate and the things that you really enjoy. And making a point to recognize those things and to kind of focus on them and focus on feeling abundant and enjoying those things that you appreciate in your life. Another aspect of this card, of course, is the bit about being open to receiving. When you focus on what you're grateful for and what you appreciate, you definitely open yourself up to being in that receptive mode. Have you ever noticed that when you start to notice good things, that more good things happen? Like when you start to think happy thoughts, more happy thoughts kind of present themselves. And yeah, so that's kind of the message of this card at the beginning of the week. And then towards the middle of the week, we have Ain, Leap of Faith. And this card says, take a risk and put your heart's true desire into action. I like this card. It's about taking some kind of risk, maybe getting out of your comfort zone a little, doing something, you know, that doesn't necessarily feel routine and safe. So doing something a little more exciting than what you normally would do, and having trust. I think that's what this card is all about, you know, whenever you take a leap of faith, you have to have that trust that things are going to work out. And really this is where the magic happens. If you just go through life you know, kind of going through the motions and not ever getting out of your comfort zone and, you know, not learning anything new, then you can start to feel pretty dull around the edges pretty quickly, and you can start to feel like your life is lacking meaning. So if you have been feeling this way, if you've been feeling like you really are struggling with getting motivated and inspired and excited about things, think about, you know, what scares you, you know, what kind of thing do you want to, well, you know, try that kind of makes you a little bit nervous, and start thinking about what it would take to do that thing. Okay, so the end of the week, I feel like I'm going through these cards super fast. The end of the week is Friday and Saturday, and we have Isis, and she is all about past life, and she says, this situation involves your past life memories. What situation, Isis? What situation are you referring to? So this card about past lives, this is an interesting card to get here because it doesn't really make a lot of sense in this context. And this card of past lives, how do I interpret this? To me it feels like something is going to come up this weekend, some issue or something's going to happen this weekend that has a link to not necessarily a past life, but I would say a past pattern or a habit. Something that's also links to your past. So this could be about finally getting in touch with certain patterns that you keep repeating, certain, yeah, like repetitive behaviors, whether they are helpful or unhelpful. And the thing about the whole idea of past lives is that we have these lessons that we're supposed to learn, and if we don't learn it in one life, it gets passed on to another life, and so then we recreate kind of the similar circumstances or situations so that we can heal this particular wound or learn this particular lesson. And I think we do that in our current lives a lot too. Like if you don't, like I noticed this happening. I once had this job, and I'm kind of veering off the path of this reading a bit here, but I once had this job and we had a supervisor who was really horrible and we all hated him. And then he quit or got fired or something. He left and we got this new supervisor, and he had the exact same characteristics as the old one, but only worse. And it's like nothing got solved. We had this new supervisor, and then he was like exactly like the old supervisor. And it was almost like it was some kind of spiritual lesson for all of us there. Like we didn't learn the lesson the first time around, so then we just got this other supervisor who was like even more extreme, and it kind of forced us to reassess the situation and really think about things. And that's kind of what happens in life sometimes. Like if you don't figure out one thing, then you just recreate that experience later on in your life, sometimes in a more intense way, so that you really get the point and learn whatever thing it was that you wanted to learn. So I'm kind of babbling away here, but that's just what I get from this card. Okay, so I'm going to zoom out and look at all these cards together and see if there's any repeating themes. I think the main repeating theme in the first two cards is a theme of kind of letting go. So the first card with prosperity, I feel like there's this letting go, like being open to receiving, but also being generous and being open to sharing and giving as well. But there's definitely this feel of openness and relaxation. And with the next card, the leap of faith, again, it's about letting go. It's about taking that leap of faith and kind of stepping out into the unknown. And even if you aren't sure whether you're going to be successful at something or if it's going to work out, and having that courage and that faith to step out into the unknown, because that is where the magic is. That's where the magic happens. That's where we grow. That's where we learn things. And that's where we can really be present in the moment when we're doing something new, when we're taking a risk. That's when we are really paying attention in our lives, I think. Okay, so that has been your weekly oracle card reading. And oh, I can't remember if I said what deck I was using. I'm using the Goddess Guidance oracle cards. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching this reading. I hope you found it helpful, and I hope you have a wonderful week. You can check out my site, dailytarotgirl.com. I'm going to put the link to my site in the description box below this video, and my site has all kinds of fun tarot resources on it. So I've got tarot card meanings, tarot spreads, deck reviews, exercises, all kinds of fun stuff. So once again, thank you for watching and have a beautiful week.